Good morning everyone. Goeiemôre almal. Baie welkom. Ek hoop julle geniet hierdie reeks saam met my en ek hoop julle geniet hierdie video. I trust you will enjoy this video and this series that I'm getting into. It's a lovely Monday morning and I am putting together a bit of a video about the way that I would record a song. It's a new series that I decided upon a short while ago where I will actually take you into the mind of the creator, into the mind of the guy recording the entire song. In other words, you will be seeing what I do as a musician as well as an engineer, setting up mix down to the final product. Now this takes quite a while to do, but I trust you will enjoy this and have a great journey alongside me. If you have any comments, if you feel there's something I could do differently or better, or if you want more information or any form of a comment on what you would like to see in these videos, please mention it in the comments down below. Just to recap again, it'll be about recording a song from scratch up to the final product, taking you through the whole process and showing you what's happening. You can see my other camera. Well, I'm using my camera phones, of course, to do this. I could do screen captures, and for some or other reason, my techno geek ability has left me in the lurch. So I will be just using my other camera to film what I'm showing you on screen, as that's quite simple for me to do, and I know what I'm doing there. I seem to find a little bit of a tricky business getting the actual screen captured, because also I work on 4 screens. Here on the other camera you can see there's my first screen, there's the other screen, there's another screen, there's another screen. Folks often ask, why do you use so many screens? Well, there are different things to display in the audio environment that you need. This one is normally used for notes, comments, whatever, things like the order of the songs or the sheet music or whatever I need to be displayed. There sometimes some of the effect units. So that's what normally appears on this screen. This one is my main operating screen where I have my multi-tracks. So you can see there are different lines. If you go closer, you can actually see what they are. You can see it says kick, snare, tom, tom. It gives the listing of the different instruments. As you may or may not know, when we record in the studio, typically we will record one instrument at a time and mix them all together. We also try and separate every track so that we have deep control on everything that is recorded. Going on to the third screen is like a mixer, as you can see. This is essentially the vertical representation of those tracks. So this first one, which was called the kick, is now represented right here. This is the kick channel. And then the last screen I often use, again, like the very first screen, for additional comments, notes, maybe sheet music, an effects unit or whatever. But if none of those are displayed, I always have this hardware mixer displayed. This is the actual controller of this. These are my input and output devices. I'm using Behringer ADA 8000s. That whole process is part of why I'm a little unclear on how exactly to get a screen capture done. So I've composed a song. The one that I'm using in this example is called Walk Humbly. The hook of this song actually comes from the Bible, from Micah 6 verse 8, where the scripture says something along these lines: these 3 things I ask of you: live justly, love mercy, and walk humbly before your God. What happened was, a very good friend of mine one day was sharing a little bit about this, and those words just sort of hit home, and I started putting the song together. And the verses are a little bit about questions, about uncertainty, and sometimes we struggle with questions about life, about the universe. And as you know, the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. So if you don't get that, read the book. Very good series. It has lyrics that talk about questions, about questioning, about uncertainty. What is true? And in fact, one of the sentences actually says exactly this. It says, sometimes I don't even know what's true anymore. The character in the song is struggling with truth, with answers, with reality probably even. But these 3 things remain: live justly, love mercy, walk humbly. That's a little bit of background about the song and what the story is about, but we're going to get to the lyrics quite a bit later in the series, because the first thing we're going to do is obviously essentially lay down the music tracks. So I may not have mentioned this before, but we're jumping into this series a little bit, sort of, shall I say, halfway through some of the songs. I actually started recording some of these songs a while ago, and only recently did I come to the idea of doing this series. Those of you who know my channel, my YouTube channel, will know the song Sproetjies. It's presently one of the top, it's the first song on my channel. So if you don't know it, please go there and have a look. That song was done exactly using this process. And it was part of 4 others that I did. 4 in total that I did. This song that I'm doing now, Walk Humbly, is the next one. And some of the tracks have already been recorded, but I'm still going to take you through the process and explain what happened and how we did all of it. Okay, folks, upon editing this video and getting ready to upload it this morning, I realized it's almost 10 minutes long, and I decided I don't want to have videos that long right now about this in-depth behind-the-scenes series. So I decided to cut the video here where we are and stick to this just being the introduction. And next week, be on the lookout, because I will be uploading the rest of the video, which takes you in depth. What are the first steps and first things we do when we start recording the video? Cheers, everybody. See you next week.